Imagine finding a piece of high-tech machinery in a 2,000-year-old shipwreck. That shouldn't have existed for another millennium. In 1901, divers off the Greek island of Antikythera pulled a corroded green lump of bronze from the sea. It was so unimpressive, it was ignored for 2 years. Archaeologists focused on marble statues and gold coins. But when the crust finally cracked, it revealed something that would rewrite the history of technology. The Antikythera mechanism, the world's first analog computer. This wasn't just a simple gear system. It was a mechanical universe. Hidden inside a wooden case, about the size of a mantle clock, were over 30 precisely cut bronze gears with neat triangular teeth. For decades, scholars couldn't believe it was ancient. Some even suggested it was alien. Modern X-ray and CT scans have proven the truth. The ancient Greeks had mastered mechanical engineering. Nothing comparable would appear again until the 14th century. What did this impossible machine actually do?
It was a portable universe controlled by a hand crank. When you turned the handle, at least 7 different pointers would move across dials on the front and back. The front face tracked the sun and moon through the Greek zodiac and a 365-day Egyptian calendar that could even be adjusted for leap years. But the back face was where the true genius lived. It featured 2 massive spiral dials. One tracked the 19-year Metonic cycle to align lunar and solar years. Another could predict solar and lunar eclipses decades in advance, right down to the specific hour they would occur. Perhaps the most shocking part of its design is how it modeled the moon. Ancient astronomers realized the moon doesn't move at a constant speed. It speeds up and slows down because its orbit is elliptical. To simulate this, the Greeks built a pin and slot mechanism. One gear with a tiny pin that slid inside a slot on an offset gear. This created a variable output speed that perfectly imitated the moon's irregular motion. An engineering cheat code that feels centuries ahead of its time. But this machine wasn't just for scientists. It was built for the rhythm of Greek life. One of the smaller dials on the back was dedicated entirely to the Pan-Hellenic Games, tracking the 4-year cycle for events like the Pythian, Nemean, and Olympic Games. It synchronized the movements of the stars with the pulse of human culture, proving that for the Greeks, the heavens and the earth were part of the same mechanical order. So, if they were this advanced, why did this technology vanish? Why did we have to wait 1,500 years to see gears like this again?
The answer is as simple as it is tragic. Recycling. Bronze was incredibly valuable in the ancient world. When a machine broke or became obsolete, it wasn't put in a museum. It was melted down to become a sword, a coin, or a statue. This specific mechanism only survived because it was lost in exactly the right place, at the bottom of the sea, shielded from the hands of history. The Antikythera mechanism is a humbling reminder. Our ancestors weren't just primitive people looking at the stars. They were master engineers who literalized mathematics into machinery. History doesn't always move in a straight line toward progress. Sometimes we reach the peak, lose our way, and spend 1,000 years finding it again. To keep uncovering the lost programs of human history, make sure you hit that subscribe button. The more we look into the past, the more we realize just how much we've forgotten.